Welcome to Podgorica, capital of Montenegro. I flew in last night and now I'm on the 5th floor of the Ramada Hotel where I'm staying, looking out over the beautiful weather, 37 degrees in the city. Back in the day it used to be called Titograd, named after Marshal Tito, who was president of Yugoslavia, which Montenegro was then part of. But anyway, I'm going to go down and I'm going to walk around and see some of the sights, starting with the clock tower, which is one of the few remaining Ottoman landmarks left in the city. Let's go. Here I am, street level, just passing the Mall of Montenegro, heading to the clock tower. But I'll tell you something, I don't know anyone who's been to Podgorica. Nobody. In fact, when I told people I was coming here, they were going, where? Where are you going? No one's even heard of it. So yeah, the clock tower behind me is one of the few Ottoman landmarks that survived bombing during World War II. Most of the city was levelled. That's why there's not much of tourist sites to see. But I think it was built, according to Wikipedia, in 1667. And for a long time it was the only public clock in the city. What a pity I can't go in and climb it. Locked, definitely. Damn shame. Oh, it's chiming just as I'm walking down this gorgeous little street. I love these quirky design buildings. Cool bit of street art. So this is the Starodruganska Mosque, built in the 15th century. Whoa, noisy bike, and it's the only active mosque in the whole city. Ooh, I feel very creaky. So I'm not sure where I am. It seems to be like some old fortifications, was it? Ottoman maybe? I'm not sure. And a skyscraper over there with an excellent flag on the top. That is the Montenegro flag. Surely that must win an award for one of the best flags in the world. And there's a river down there, and somewhere down here is a bridge I want to see. And there it is, the Ribnica Bridge, an old Ottoman arched stone bridge dating from the 15th century. Let's go on it. Just imagine the people over history have walked along this bridge. But I've got to go down and get close to this water's edge, see how clear it is up close. It's very clear. So clear I can see all the rubbish and litter. What a damn shame. Right, so I'm back at the road, just passing what has to be like a presidential parliament building, something. Has to be, doesn't it? Look at that. Looks pretty grand. Presidentnik, I think. Tell you, it is roasting hot. I'm trying to keep in the shade as best I can, but I'm actually heading towards what my map says are a couple of statues. Let's see what they're about and who they are. Here's one of them, a very famous Russian poet reciting his verse to his wife there, and it's good to go back and read Cyrillic because it says statue to Pushkin, so it's Pushkin. All right. Just opposite, another statue. So this is a statue, well it says in Cyrillic, Kral Nikolai, King Nicholas, and he was Montenegro's first and only king. I think he ruled for something like 40 or 50 years, first as a prince, but then he became the king until he was deposed after the First World War, and then he died a few years later in exile in France. And we're got in the park opposite, they put the fountains on, and it's, oh, that is really, really nice. I bet there's water all over the screen now. Oh, that's cooled me off actually. So now I'm in the more modern part of the city. I'm trying to find the central square. I don't know what it's going to be like, whether it's got anything of use, but we'll have a look. But yeah, this is the central part, modern part. So here we are, Independence Square, formerly Republic Square. Not the greatest square I've seen. It's got like a concrete shopping mall up there, little cafe there, nice fountain, and some sort of obelisk. Lots of key dates on it. So yeah, Podgorica, Freedom Square, Independence Square, Republic Square. I'm the only tourist. If you ever wondered what a typical street in Podgorica looks like, well, here it is. All of these shops I've never heard of. Mobile phone shops, tobacco shops, banks. A notable lack of like souvenir shops. Tells you something. So I'm just passing this huge stadium on my way to something called St. George's Church, which has been described as a must-see site of Podgorica. Well, let's see. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? There you go. St. George's Church. Wow, look at this. Look at the roof. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Despite my complete mishap in there, there was a couple of fans that were plugged in, and I was looking around walking, tripped over the wire, the fan went collapsing, causing... Anyway, I'm out. So from that little church I've just traipsed uphill in this bloody heat for about 6 minutes. I've just come to this monument. I'm guessing by the dates it's to do with the Second World War. This I think says Partizanu Vorzu, like partisan wars. But I tell you, I need a drink. It's too hot. 37 degrees. Mental. Montenegrin beer. Well deserved. €1.20, but that's for 330 millilitres. So that's lunch finished. Now I'm going to head to something called the Millennium Bridge. You're going to see it quite soon. And here it is, built in 2005. Look at this for like an architectural wonder. Over the river Moracha, I don't know how to pronounce it. A beautifully clean river. Look at that. Goodbye Millennium Bridge. I'm heading to a cathedral. Here it is. The Cathedral of the Resurrection of Christ. It took 20 years to build and it was finally finished in 2013. Huge bell tower, another little chapel and a cross, and then there you can see the typical socialist apartment blocks built during the time of when it was Yugoslavia. Nice entrance, little gift shop. Chandelier. Good interior. So goodbye fabulous cathedral, because now I'm going to head to a palace. Remember that statue of the king I showed you, King Nicholas I? I think it's where he used to live. So this is where I've just come to, the Contemporary Art Centre of Montenegro, and there it is, Petrovic Palace. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm walking through what would have once been the palace grounds, I'm guessing, and there's the chapel. It's not as good as that church I saw earlier, but I can just about see the palace in the distance, so let's head for that. This is where that king would have lived, in here. Whoa. Nice. It's got various rooms with projectors and little shows going on. I wonder what the king would think of his palace being turned into that. Right, so I'm back at the hotel, so that is my sightseeing done in Podgorica. Tomorrow I've got to get a bus down south, go through the border to Albania, to a town called Skoda or something like that. It's by a lake. So see you tomorrow.